Tonight, gunshots fired at an ABC-affiliated television station in Sacramento. Bullet holes seen in the window of the lobby. An employee of the Tegna-owned station telling NBC News someone pulled up, fired into the lobby, and drove off.
We're not going to stop looking for you. This is unacceptable behavior. It's not going to be tolerated in Sacramento.
At least one person was in the lobby at the time, according to the station employee. Police say nobody was injured. While the motive is unknown, it comes amid backlash to the decision by Disney, ABC's parent company, to suspend Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show following the comments he made about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin. Tonight, as ABC remains silent about the future of Kimmel, criticism growing over the company's decision and how the head of the FCC appeared to pressure ABC. In a rare break from the Trump administration, Republican Senator Ted Cruz joining those criticizing FCC Chairman Brendan Carr.
It's fine to say what Jimmy Kimmel said was deplorable, it was disgraceful, and he should be off air, but we shouldn't be threatening government power to force him off air. That's a real mistake.
President Trump tonight responding.
I think Brendan Carr is a great American patriot, so I disagree with Ted Cruz on that.
And also again suggesting revoking licenses from broadcasters that air unfavorable coverage of him.
They'll take a great story and they'll make it bad. See, I think that's really illegal, personally.
Meanwhile, outside Disney,
free speech is under attack.
Protests growing from New York to L.A.
For a second day in a row now, supporters of Jimmy Kimmel are gathering outside Disney's headquarters, calling for him to be put back on the air. Many telling us they're now boycotting the company.
I'm canceling Hulu. I'm not going to watch Disney, and I'm going to avoid their advertisers like the plague.
Former Disney CEO Michael Eisner also now weighing in, writing on X, if not for university presidents, law firm managing partners, and corporate chief executives standing up against bullies, who then will step up for the First Amendment.
Jimmy, just let me say, I stand with you and your staff 100%.
With Kimmel still off the air, fellow late-night hosts now speaking up for him.
That is blatant censorship.
In America, we have a little something called the First Amendment. And let me tell you how it works.
I don't know what's going on, and no one does, but I do know Jimmy Kimmel, and he's a decent, funny, and loving guy, and I hope he comes back.
Liz joins us now live. Liz, I want to go back to that shooting in Sacramento. Do we know any more about what happened?
Well, Tom, police just gave an update, and they reiterated that this is a preliminary investigation. They do not know right now if this was a random or a targeted attack. They have not identified a suspect, but we do know that yesterday there were protesters gathered outside that station in response to ABC's decision to pull Kimmel off the air.
Wow.
Tom.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories.
There you have it, folks, man. They trying to get the boy back. Now, look, this is what happens when you have a village. When you have a village, you got people that can back you. You see, Jimmy Fallon didn't. I mean, not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Kimmel. He didn't go out there and say anything bad about their name. He was silent. He disappeared off the map, pretty much. He let everybody else speak for him, and everybody understand this is wrong. Now, look, the FCC, what was that board chair? He's the one that kind of was pressuring ABC and Disney. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It might have been someone that's up there with Trump, but that's up to him personally. He has to take that fall. He can't really blame Trump. He has to blame himself for having that type of fall. So that means if he does that, when he did that to Jimmy Kimmel, he has to uphold that with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody else died and anybody else, say Fox News, say something, they would have to say that same thing to their leader of their company. This type of speech is hated, or to be found as this person's not kind of fair, you know what I'm saying, where he's at. And this is for the FCC. That being said, like I said before in my video I made prior, I didn't really agree with Jimmy Kimmel's, basically, I didn't agree with his firing due to the fact that it's he didn't really, it was a little misinformation, but I don't think it was you get what I'm saying? It wasn't too far-fetched. It makes sense that you would say something like this because you're a liberal. But he didn't say nothing kill, do, this, da-da-da, I wish this happened. No, he was really on some it's one of Trump's people. He makes it seem like it was a Democrat, which technically it was a Democrat. but he basically switched it up and said, "Oh, it's one of Trump's people." That being said, after he said that, I'm like, he said we need to be focusing on his family and making sure they're like good. And that was kind of all he said, I believe. I might misquote it, but that's exactly sums up what he was trying to say. And I think they took that the wrong way, maybe. But I would say in that aspect, he did give a little bit of wrong information when he did state that it wasn't a Democrat who shot at Jimmy Kirk, who killed Jimmy Kirk. I mean, Charlie Kirk. Sorry, I'm saying Jimmy Kirk. And so it was just a little misinformation for real. Like, that was pretty much the sum of it right there. And then, yeah, he was giving really condolences to the family. I guess him speaking on it all made them like uproar. And I guess he was trying to publicize like what he was saying. He wasn't really genuine with what he was saying. He was kind of just trying to take the blame off of Democrats, when in actuality he was a Democrat. But that was the whole basically argument stance when he came to online. Everyone's like, oh, he was raised a Republican. Like, yes, he was raised Republican, turned Democrat, became a radical. Even his trans partner didn't even understand why he did it. He was super confused. So really, he just did this because he was just somehow out of his mind and thought that was the right thing to do to him. That being said, I actually like that they're protesting. Them protesting this is actually, I like it because they're standing up on business. You know what I'm saying? This is our First Amendment right, and it should be protected. So it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. You could be left or right. But when it comes to free speech, yes, there's limits to it, like threatening stuff, maybe say it's a bomb on a plane, threatening the president. Those things you can't say. But like when it comes to stuff like this, at least on this level, when it comes to Jimmy Kimmel, it wasn't that extreme to take him off the network, though. I'm be honest. So maybe we're gonna see what Disney does, because it seems like I heard that Disney's already lost like $3 to $4 billion because everyone's canceling subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not gonna be back. You know, they kids need Disney. It's not like they watching Disney by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then they got the Hulu package with the ESPN. So let's see how long they can really last when their husband probably need ESPN, when the kids need Disney Channel, and you need Hulu for your Love is Blind and your Love in Paradise. You get what I'm saying? And your Bachelor in Paradise. So we going to have to see how far y'all can really do without all these subscriptions, because we know you got the bundle. Come on now. We know you got the bundle. And on top of that, we know how it's coming. So y'all can cancel your subscriptions now. And this ain't the only thing. Y'all shooting that shit? Come on. I knew this was liberal shit. Y'all shot at ABC in Sacramento over Jimmy Kimmel? Y'all tweaking. See, that's how I know y'all kind of irrational, because y'all shooting over some shit over something he said. Now, look, he did say something he shouldn't say. It was an insensitive subject, and he got right on that, right? Now, that being said, I'm not saying that they should have canceled him and took him off ABC, but what I am still saying is that just because y'all don't like something, just protest and be chill, man. Y'all trying to be Rudy. You get what I'm saying? Y'all shooting at the facility. Y'all tweaking. Come on, man. That's not even, that's the thing about the left party, bro. Y'all would be more respected if you just didn't do violent shit. Just parade and do what you got to do, like protest. And, y'all got numbers. Just use the numbers. You go protest, stand up for what you want. But once y'all start using violence and shit, all that shit go out the window. It's like, damn, we can't even work with these people because they chose violence. You didn't have to go shoot at the ABC station. Get your crew together like they got Charlie Kirk, like for all the Charlie Kirk people that like him. They went to all his memorial services and stuff. It was a lot of people because he has a big support team. Man, if y'all feel that way about ABC and he has millions of people watching him, right? I'm assuming. Then y'all need to get together and start protesting then. Don't be using your violence. Just use your words. That's it. Use your money. Come on, man. Let's do this the smart way. If you're really going to do it, that's all I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe some of us aren't smart. Some of us are so out of touch that we got to use our emotions, which means we got to use our guns. And we got to start shooting at them to show them that we mean business. Like, what y'all going to shoot at these niggas, do drive-bys until you get a job back? You're tweaking. What is wrong with y'all? Anyway, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section about this whole situation. It was one thing about this freedom of speech, But now y'all blicking people down? Now y'all shooting at people? No, we can't have that. That being said, man, y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole thing in the comments section. Also, don't forget to like the video for YouTube algorithm. Next to that like button, you about to hit the bell so you can get a notification when I get back on this thing. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Peace.